really. Also, I don't want to be like edgy there. You're missing it. That's what I get. Look at this. I got all this room. Yeah. Yeah. My theory, to be honest.
Next ready for another week. I'm two things.
No, I guarantee you.
I'm not talking to
No, I'm not even like, I don't care. Like, she did her job. Treating me like.
Oh, wait, you trying to get the
My
five?
bad. Yeah. I'll just say.
I have not. I hope so. Oh, wait, I had one in my hand. All right, this is not helpful. Maybe I can. Oh, wait, is that bad? I don't know the point.
4 or 5. And then it's like, no, 1 second. And old Gray County. Here. I think it's got, I got. 1 second. No, not really on.
I know. I didn't really know. I
It's a great spot. My name. Yes. That's pretty. So we need to have that talk.
I like the
So, but you're still, I have one. Go back to the first one.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just kind of get everybody kind of together, so we're getting ready to start here. So we got a couple seconds here before it is 5 live stream. So, my name is Shaná Johnson. I'm not sure if any of you guys have met me already in ASU 101, but I am the financial aid counselor senior for Cronkite. So this role was created so you guys have a direct contact when it comes to financial questions and pertaining to your situations individually. So we'll get started here in just a few. We'll save some questions for the end. If you guys do have some, kind of put them in like what we call a parking lot and just put them aside. And then you guys can ask this question for all. Right. So again, my name is Shaná Johnson. So this presentation today is just pretty much to let you guys know about the Cronkite School Scholarship opportunity, okay? There's great opportunities here. We're glad to have you guys here. And, you know, again, from your college degree is an investment, okay, in your future. So scholarships and other financial aid programs can help support your investment, okay? All right, so when it comes to Cronkite Scholarship eligibility requirements, there are requirements in order to receive these scholarships, okay? Minimum GPA, there's not a set number, it is competitive, okay? So that's a key thing to kind of make sure your grades are, you know, where they need to be. You know, I know everybody has their own personal standards, but hey, just make sure they're where they need to be, okay? A FAFSA, yes, we do need a FAFSA on file, okay? That doesn't mean you're utilizing financial aid. We do have some situations where parents aren't utilizing any federal funds. However, we do need a FAFSA on file, okay? Demonstrate, you know, any kind of need. It's considered, but it's not a must, okay? When I say need, just saying, hey, does this student need this scholarship? It's not a must, okay, but it is definitely considered, okay? Your residency, doesn't matter if you're a resident, international, or non-resident, okay? Your enrollment status, you must be enrolled full-time as an on-campus Cronkite student. Okay, so that's what makes this awesome. You don't take anybody else from any of the other colleges within ASU. This is specifically for Cronkite students, okay? Your academic level, doesn't matter if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, or graduate student, okay? These scholarships are open to all of you, okay? You must have completed at least 12 credit hours, okay, of academic coursework at ASU. Okay, so at least 12 hours. Okay, first and foremost, you have to complete the online application form. Okay, this form will be available December 15th, 2023 at 12 a.m. Okay, you must apply by the deadline, January 31st, 2024 for the awards for 2024-2025. Okay. Guys, jot that down. I'll give you just a few. Pretty simple. Well, I think it's simple, but requirements, but it's definitely easy to be met, okay? Awesome, awesome. You guys can also take pictures of these slides as well. I know everybody's kind of picture happy, so you can definitely take pictures with your phone. So you don't have to feel pressure. All right, this is just for your information, okay? So you have to complete the scholarship application as indicated, okay? So definitely want to complete it thoroughly, okay? So you must apply for the scholarship each year, okay? It does not roll over. So 2024, 2025 scholarship will not be able to roll over after that award year, okay? I've gotten questions about that. Well, hey, I didn't attend this semester. However, you know, I'm attending here. Unfortunately, it does not roll over, okay? So the award will be split equally into 2 semesters, fall and spring. Okay, so it can't be applied to summer or anything like that. So it's fall and spring, okay? So if your degree is completed within one of the semesters, you will only receive half of the award, okay? The full award, we can't say, oh, okay, well, you're not attending spring, so we're gonna give it all to you in fall. We cannot do that, unfortunately. Okay, so if you're just gonna be enrolled in fall and you're not gonna be enrolled in spring, you will forfeit the other half, okay? And just in case you guys didn't know, there are additional scholarships available through the ASU scholarship search. So on the search page, you can use filters to narrow down your search of eligible scholarships. Okay, and a lot of the scholarships may not even be specific to a specific college. A lot of scholarships are just open, okay? And they do have deadlines just as the Cronkite Scholarship does, but they have their own dates and it is specified on those applications. All right, so some things to know. Scholarships are possible because of the generous donations from Cronkite alumni, local media companies and organizations, and other benefactors who want to help worthy Cronkite students complete their education. Okay, so it's really awesome, you know, all of the donations that we do get and we provide to our Cronkite students, okay? Most scholarship deadlines are between January and March for the fall term of that same semester, okay? So if you look outside of Cronkite for other scholarships, or not even within ASU, there are some scholarships that do require you to apply ahead of time in order to be utilized for the next term, okay? So definitely keep that in mind. A lot of students are kind of in shambles and they're trying to apply for scholarships for like the right now. It's not hard, but a lot of scholarships are not available for the right now. They're always looking ahead of time, okay? It's not a casual process. It's definitely competitive. So you want to pay attention, take your time, and definitely stand out. We will get furthermore into that standout here shortly. Okay, so think of the scholarships as like a building block. So any amount that reduces borrowing is a big win. And I'm very big on responsible borrowing. So definitely if you can minimize what you're actually borrowing in direct federal loans, definitely a big win, okay? You can also, again, like I said, check the ASU scholarship portal often for scholarship opportunities. I mean, I check that thing almost every week and I swear there's new scholarships that pop up all the time. So some are there and I may go back the next day or next week and it's gone because the deadline is gone. Okay, so definitely utilize that because there's a lot of opportunities out here and there's a lot of money that's missed because who knows what the requirements are for the scholarship. Some scholarships require you to complete like a statement or a long paper, an essay. A lot of students don't want to do that because that's what you guys do on the regular for homework. But hey, think about it as it's a big win, free money, okay? All right, so next we're going to talk about the application. It's a very simple process, but you definitely want to make sure that you are following everything to the T when it comes to this scholarship application, okay? So, application instructions, okay? So when you first open up the scholarship, you're going to be prompted to this page here, okay? As you guys can see here, there's some selections where it says Cronkite School Focus Area. We only want you to select your top 3. Okay, and the reason why we say the top 3 is because donors want to support like specific career paths. So selecting your top 3 shows a clear view of that career path. Okay, so there may be some that pertain, you know, like, oh, you know, I think I want to do this, or oh, I think this is where I am. Kind of prioritize them, you know what I mean? Some of them may piggyback off of another. So definitely really pay attention to those top 3. You may have a 4th one in there that you think about, but it's only going to be 3. Okay, so what are the top 3 main focus areas that you're looking to draw some attention to? The experience, okay? So this is leadership experience. So it says describe your leadership experience. So please include organization information, your roles, and the length of service, okay? So here you wanna kind of be, like I said, detailed. Doesn't have to be, you know, too much information, because again, too much can sometimes be exactly what it is, too much. So try to answer those questions or try to provide that information the best that you can, but making sure you're hitting all of those key points that it's asking you for. Leadership experience, okay? So the organization information, what was your role and how long were you there? Okay. Intern experience, okay? You want to describe the intern and how it enhances your undergraduate experience and impacts your future. Okay, that should be pretty straightforward there. So definitely make sure you are detailed. As you guys can see, there is a 3,000 character, okay, limit on there. So definitely, you know, I always say best practice to know where you are with your words, type it into a Word document first. Okay, if you know what the questions are, take the questions and go on to a Word document, type them up, and then you can see where you are versus trying to, you know, minimize it here and cut out some very important information. So definitely just take it over to a Word document, type it up, copy, paste it. Okay. Your enrollment and your goals. So we want to know, what is your anticipated ASU enrollment for fall? Okay, so hey, are you enrolled for classes for fall? Full time, quarter time, half time? Okay, so we want to know that for fall and spring. Okay. We also want to know your goals. Describe your personal and academic career goals and what you believe impacted or led you to these goals. Okay, also briefly explain your vision, your professional life, and contributions to your community after graduation from the university. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so definitely, I mean, I know a lot of you guys got some, you know, goals and main things that you want to do. So definitely kind of put that on there. And again, make sure it's detailed. You know, you want to stand out, okay? Because this is a competitive process. Okay, so identify the following personal attributes. So there's going to be some options that you can select from. Okay, are you detail oriented? Are you very focused? You know, so there's going to be those attributes. So you can go ahead and select those attributes there. Okay, what personal attributes apply to you? So again, like I said, select all that apply. You may be asked to provide documentation of these attributes by the scholarship donor. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind, okay? Please note that the information will be used to determine your scholarship eligibility only, okay? Financial obstacles. So you want to describe any unusual or personal experiences or income situations that make it difficult for you and or your family to contribute to the cost of your education, and how will you overcome these obstacles? Okay, what will this scholarship do for you? Okay, is this scholarship going to help you overcome those financial obstacles there? So you definitely want to keep that in mind, okay? Be very detailed with this information. Okay, we don't necessarily need to know a story, but definitely how is this gonna help you? How will this impact? How is this gonna help your situation? Okay? And then the number of hours you work per week. Okay, to know that you can balance school if you're working as well. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Okay, I know most of you do it, you know, so definitely, you know, when you actually write and you fill out this application, it's a good way to reflect on yourself and kind of the things that you've accomplished, where you're headed, you know, and so a lot of times I'm like big on like writing. So when I like write things about myself, like to just write it is just like, should give you a little motivation to kind of keep going, give you a little bit more drive, okay? So definitely look at this, you know. All right, application submission, okay? You just are gonna click that these terms and agreements and consent to release, okay? So you understand and agree the following statement, okay? So you want to make sure that you know that you understand if any application information I provide or is provided on my behalf is false and misleading or incomplete, and I will not be eligible for the scholarship award, and any scholarship awarded to me will be revoked. Okay, so definitely really important. You're signing an actual document here, okay? So once you actually do get to this portion, you check that box, you're gonna go ahead and submit/save this application. Okay, so at that point, applicants will receive an email confirmation by February 12th, indicating that you have completed the application. Okay, and then we received it. Okay, so by February 12th. Okay, so big thing, when you do the application, you have to actually accept it if you are notified that you are a scholarship recipient, okay? So there is a process for accepting the scholarship. So not only do you have to complete the application thoroughly and correctly, you have to accept it as well. And if we don't have the required documents, you will not be awarded the scholarship, okay? So once you are selected as a scholarship recipient, okay, you're gonna receive an award notification to the email address on file by the end of the spring semester. Okay, and this is an example of what that actual award notification will look like. You wanna read it thoroughly, carefully, okay? Please read it carefully and thoroughly. That is really important, okay? If we do not receive the documents by the deadline, you forfeit the scholarship. Okay? You want to complete and follow all requirements by the deadline. Okay? So this letter states, dear student, congratulations, you have been selected as a recipient of the Mark Phyllis Hughes Scholarship. The award is $1,000, which will be split equally to the fall and spring semesters for 2024-2025 academic year. The scholarship may be made possible or is made possible through the generosity of Mark and Phyllis Hughes and demonstrates the commitment to your education and future. If available, a description of how your scholarship was founded is included in this folder. When you click that in this folder, it's going to be a link. And it's going to take you over to a new page providing this information, okay? Please note, you must meet the following requirements for the 2024-2025 academic year to remain eligible for the scholarship, okay? Some scholarships do have different requirements, and it will be indicated in that award letter, okay? For this one, it says be enrolled full-time as an immersion, which is an on-campus student, okay, at the Cronkite School, okay? To accept and receive this award, you must complete the following tasks no later than the deadline. There's going to be a deadline. It's going to have a date and a time that this information needs to be provided to us, okay? Review and electronically sign the terms of agreement, okay? In this form, when you click this link, it's going to take you to a new page, which is going to be for the terms and agreements. It's literally an electronic document. Okay, I'm going to show you an example as well. You want to fully read the steps to complete your thank you letter. Okay, there's also another hyperlink as well. Write the letter addressed to Mr. and Mrs. Hughes by downloading a personal copy of the template. Okay, there's an actual template that's going to be provided to you as well. Okay. Once you've done all of those steps, you are going to email your letter to the development specialist, who is Raul Chavez right now. And that is who is going to receive all of the documentation. And we do keep track, and we have a tracker that tells us what students may be missing. Okay. So once your documents have been received, your award will be finalized. It says 2023 here, but it's 2024-2025 academic year, and authorized for disbursement. The funds are processed through the university student financial aid system. And you can find more information about this in the terms of agreement. All scholarship disbursement questions will be directed to the Cronkite Financial Aid Counselor, which is me, Shaná Johnson. Okay, says congratulations again and the best of wishes for your successful academic year. Assistant email. Here's that terms and agreement. Pretty simple. I mean, this is it. This is what it looks like. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do complete this. You won't be able to submit it without the areas that have the red asterisks. Those need to be completed. Otherwise, you will not be able to submit it. So there's no way that you can miss this, but this is a step that was missed quite a bit on the last scholarship cycle. So we kind of had to reach out to everybody that was missing this individually to have them complete this. So definitely, if you follow the steps on the actual award letter notification and just do one by one, you won't miss a step. It's kind of when you jump in like, oh, I'm going to do this because this is an electronic document. Oh, then I'm going to do this. Just follow the steps. Okay. So again, you'll see here, you're going to see your name, the name of the scholarship. Okay. And you're going to find the name of the scholarship again on the award letter notification. Okay. Then you have the option to either, yes, I accept the scholarship, or no, I decline the scholarship. Okay. Some students decline the scholarships because they're either not going to be a Cronkite student for that award year. There's various reasons why some students do decline it, but we do have that happen. Okay. Let's take a look here. So then you have your name. You want to put your full name. Okay. Your ASU student ID number, then the date, and then you're just going to click submit. Okay. Your thank you letter. Okay. So as that award notification letter had indicated, you do have to do a thank you letter. There is a template. Okay. This is the template. Okay. So you want to provide an appropriate image on the template. Okay. I stress appropriate because for some young ladies, you definitely don't want to wear any crop tops or anything like that. Okay. If you have any business type photos or any headshots or anything, you can easily have a friend take a picture of you in front of, a backdrop that's like either white. You can definitely take a picture that's an appropriate picture. Okay. I know we do have some selfies, ladies. If you send one, make sure it is appropriate. Okay. So you want to send the letters back in only a docx form. Okay. So it has to be in that form. Okay. So you want to email that thank you letter over to the development specialist indicated on the award letter, which was Raul Chavez. Okay. And it'll have all that information again on that letter, that award notification. Okay. No news is good news. If I or someone from the scholarship team has not reached out to you requesting any documentation, you're all set. Okay. So if you hear from myself or Raul or someone on the scholarship team and say, hey, we actually need the thank you letter. Definitely, if you have the thank you letter, keep it, save it, put it on your desktop, put it in a file. So that way, if we do happen to miss it, or maybe it didn't get put on that actual email that you did send out, you can just turn around and attach it to the email when we say we need it and just send it right on over. Okay. So scholarship disbursements will take place in May of the 2024 for the fall 2024 semester. So May 2024. Okay. So I did get a lot of emails this last scholarship cycle, like, hey, my scholarship didn't post, my scholarship didn't post. They definitely post. It is a process because there are a lot of students that will receive the scholarships. So we have to kind of go through the, process to make sure everyone's disbursements are posted, and make sure that we're meeting all the requirements as far as to get that all done. Okay, so definitely know we are behind the scenes, constantly working. Okay. So, as you guys can see on this thank you letter, it says replace this text with your thank you letter. 250 words is recommended, including the answers to the questions. Okay. Include the following in your letter: introduce yourself, discuss your major, who you are, what you aspire to do after graduation, and why are you grateful, thankful for being selected for this scholarship. Okay, what is your favorite win or experience so far at Walter Cronkite School? Okay, so pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's really simple, so definitely make sure that you answer those questions. Okay. Definitely the donors really, really appreciate this. I like reading them too. So you may be asked, it's called a photo quote release. Okay, so selected scholarship recipients may be asked permission to use their quotes and or pictures for possible Cronkite use, such as the Cronkite luncheon and Sun Devil giving. Okay, so when we do have our brunch, we do have a donor brunch and stuff like that for the scholarship recipients and the donors. So we could possibly ask to use your photo as well as one of your quotes. So this is just pretty much a simple release, okay, just stating, I do give permission for you to go ahead and use my quote and picture. Okay, some students say, yes, I would like you to use my quote, but not my picture. Some just say yes for both. So you definitely don't mind your face being anywhere. That should be something you think about when you submit that picture on the letter. Really, really, really important, okay? We have to get appropriate pictures for last scholarship round. So make sure you guys get that done. Okay, so when it comes to this letter or this photo release, there will be an email sent out to you. As you can see, this is the email example. It says, hello student, I hope at the beginning of the semester has been going well. I'm reaching out in connection with the Arizona Broadcasters Association. I would like to kindly request your assistance in completing a photo release form and returning it to us no later, and it will have a date on there, okay? And you can actually click that link there, okay? So you can utilize, if you haven't already, you can utilize Adobe Sign. Okay, that's the link for Adobe Sign. You can actually go to Adobe Sign and it'll let you properly fill in these areas with your name, information, and signing the document electronically. Some students may have to print it out if you don't want to, if you're not really tech savvy and don't want to go that route. You can actually just print the document out, sign it, and everybody, a lot of people have Adobe Scan, if they have iPhones, things like that. You can scan the document or take a picture of it and send it back over, okay? So the impact of our donor support. So scholarships range anywhere from $500 to $7,500, okay? So that's a pretty generous amount and it definitely helps. Okay. More than 125 students benefited from the donor-funded scholarship support during the 2023-2024 academic year. Quite a bit of students. When I say they were very thankful, it was really good to kind of see the the impact that this does have. Not just for me, I'm not a donor, but let me tell you, if I was, it's pretty amazing to see how thankful a lot of the students are just for anything, okay? Yes, with the job opportunities, I mean, it's pretty much, it says the 92% of the alumni are employed full-time. That can kind of vary. Okay. So we're gonna finish quite kind of early, but when it comes to the contact information for me, you can reach out to me directly via phone, okay? I'd say when it comes to like scholarship questions or things like that, definitely shoot over an email, okay? So that way we can kind of have a paper trail of communication that's going back and forth. You want to have my email address here. I do have some students who schedule an appointment with me. You can definitely shoot me over an email. When you send that email over, I will reply to that email and it's going to have a link in the signature. Okay, that link in the signature is going to be where you can go ahead and schedule an appointment with me directly, either via Zoom, phone, or face-to-face. Okay, so definitely make sure you're logged into Outlook because this is an Outlook booking site. So you want to make sure that you're signed into Outlook. I do get people having issues kind of booking the appointment. And that's usually because they're not signed into their Outlook. So just try to make sure you're signed in and then go ahead and book that appointment with me. They're booked in 30-minute increments. So definitely don't hesitate to reach out if you do have any questions. Anybody have any questions now? Yes.
I just have one part. If you're not internship yet, what we call out.
Do you have any kind of like volunteer? Yeah, if you have any volunteers, hours or, let's say church. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you may have done an internship with, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a paid internship. And I think that's where a lot of, students get confused. Is like when it comes to the internship question on the application, it doesn't have to be a paid internship. It could be somewhere that you actually just provided some of your time. Like what did you do? Like what was your role? Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be that. Yeah, you can put that, yeah, you can definitely put a school club. And I know, of course, being a freshman, that's pretty much it at that point. So usually a lot of the intern questions, like when it comes to that, a lot of like, sophomores or juniors may kind of put that information on there. But yes, clubs are definitely accepted there. Yes.
Sort of following up with that question, for being like a teacher assistant at you're liberating right? Does that count as well?
Yeah, most definitely. I don't think it matters if you're getting paid or not. It's definitely some type of internship. What are you doing there? What is your role? Things like that. So definitely be very detailed with that. And you don't have to disclose, hey, I'm a student worker, things like that. Just, hey, what's your role? This is what I do. These are my responsibilities and stuff like that. So definitely put that information on there. Yes.
I was just wondering, as far as like the scholarship being divided between fall and spring, say if fall you were here, but spring you were in DC for the professional program, would that money still work?
Yes, so her question was if she's in DC, so if she's here for fall and she turns around and she's in DC for the other half of the semester, yes, because that is still a Cronkite, it's still a part of Cronkite, so you're not gonna forfeit that, you would still get that, it doesn't matter if you're actually here or not, but yeah, you'll definitely see that. Any other questions? Yes.
Would that also qualify, like if you're doing a Cronkite specific study abroad program, like the same thing? Or not?
I would say yes, because you're still paying tuition on that. It's still considered a Cronkite, your tuition and fees. So that would definitely be something that is applied because we are applying it to that now. If you were like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be a Cronkite for, this spring semester because I'm studying abroad, you'll still be able to get that. Yeah, so no worries with that. So definitely, those are things, we definitely take that into consideration when we all meet and we look at all of the candidates that did apply. So we look at everybody. So all of this information you guys are putting on this application comes over to an Excel spreadsheet and we see all of this at once. So it's a lot of information that we're reading because it's based off of all the questions that were asked and what your answers are. So we definitely read all of that, see all of that. Pretty awesome process when it comes over and we all just take a look at everything as a whole. I mean, definitely take your answers into consideration. So that's why I say it's really important to really try to, get your point across, but, definitely hitting those key points within the questions that are asked. Yes.
Do you have to finish our application all in one sitting? We like come back to.
That's the thing, I don't think it will let you save, so that's why I would say if you guys get a Word document, go look at the application. And then just go ahead and take those key things that you're gonna actually complete, other, outside of the ones that are just making the selections out of the drop downs. I would just recommend making sure you just go breeze the application. Okay, have your Word document up, okay, they wanna know this, okay, they wanna know that, and if you just have everything out, so that way when you're ready to submit it, you can just go ahead and copy it and paste it right over to the actual application. And again, it does help because if I don't know how many times you guys have had like the little word requirements when you're typing in a box and you're just typing away and like all the characters are full and you're just like, oh my gosh, I just was typing all that for nothing. I've done it. So that's why I say use a Word document, because then you can count your words and making sure that you're, hey, okay, if I gotta cut this, what's the most important thing I want to keep in this response? Any other questions? So I do wish all of you like the best of luck. We definitely got done a little early, but definitely reach out if you have any questions. And again, know that this is a wonderful process and I look forward to.
Oh,